What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing what I haven't done in a while here. I haven't done a top 5 of anything in like probably at least well over a year and a half. Last one actually was with the Monte Carlo right here. 5 things I like about it, 5 things I hate about it, like I don't know, probably 2 years ago at this point. And I thought, why not, let's make one over the Audi right here. Shit, there's some big ass bugs floating around here. Starting off with number one is probably the reason I got the car in the first place. I mean, it's literally a wagon. You can do everything you can normally do in like an SUV, maybe not like a full-size SUV, but like a crossover, especially today because everybody wants a crossover for some reason. Everything you could do with a crossover, but in a cooler form. Prime example right there. Everybody has these little, especially the miniature ones. It's like a Buick something. It might be a LaCrosse, I don't know. They're really tiny and super bubbly, and I think they just look so stupid in my opinion. But you know, to each his own. But in my opinion, that's one of the big draws to having a wagon now, and that's why I think a lot of people should start, you know, maybe considering wagons, because everybody's got the same thing. Spice it up a little bit, get something different. A lot of people in like Europe and places, yeah, they have tons of those. They have tons of wagons everywhere, but that's totally different. Here in the States, it's like copy and paste the same stuff. I guess number 2 could also go off the fact that if you were considering this over like a crossover SUV, it also has good fuel economy. You can get these wagons right here with either a 2-liter turbo, which is what mine has, 4-cylinder, automatic or manual. Manuals are really hard to find here in the States. Obviously in Europe they're of abundance. It's not hard to find them in Europe as a manual, but in the States it's extremely difficult. But it gets really good fuel economy. Yes, it's a bigger car, it's a heavier car than like a sedan or even a coupe at that point. Audi B8 if you're looking at the same generational standpoint. But I think I average like 28 to 30, and if you get the manual on top of that, it'd be even better. Let's go inside for the next one. Yes sir, rolling windows down. Don't pay attention. Shit. So, going off the next standpoint, don't mind the fact that there's no headliner in this car. That'll be in the top 5 reasons why I hate this car. You got tons of room in here. You have the front row, which is very spacious. The back row, which is, it could be better. Head height wise, especially once the headliner's in, but beggars can't be choosers. And then you got the back, which is bigger than any trunk you could really ask for in a car, technically still, not like a SUV or a tall car. The interior in these is very, very nice. I mean, it's Audi, so any German car manufacturer really, they've always been on top of the game when it comes to interiors, when it compares to like some GM or Ford or Chrysler, Dodge, whatever. They've just always had a more premium interior feel to them, right? Now, if you get a German car in probably like Germany, yes, you could probably get a bare bones one that's kind of like how like a work truck GM is to us here in the States. But when it comes to in the States and a German car, it's usually very, very nice. Yes, it's tan interior, but it's nice materials. There's really not that much plastic. You got leather here. You have almost the same material right here in the door inlay right here. This is the same material as the dash. It's not a cheap, like it's not actually, here, I'll zoom in on you, here. It's not actually a plastic. I assume under it probably is, but this is like a fabric that's over top of it. That's the entire dash. And it gives it a better feel to it. This is, see, that's plastic. That's not plastic. It's just nice having a car that's not all 100% made of pure plastic, because I did have a 2006 Cobalt SS, and that car in its entirety, I'm surprised the seats weren't. The whole car was plastic. The entire interior of this car was plastic. The only parts that weren't were the seats, material around the shift boot, the headliner, and the carpet. Everything out, every part of the door panel was plastic. Every trim piece, plastic. Same junky looking plastic too. So, I mean, the car was decent amount of fun, but you know, when it comes to like your daily driver, you want something decently nice. I did have a 2001 BMW before that. If you guys haven't seen any of that car, click up here. I made a few videos over it, not too many, because I didn't have it that long. Wasn't a fan of the convertible. But one thing I will say about it is that it had a really nice sound system. And that does not change with this car. This car has a very nice sound system. I believe it's also Harman Kardon, which is what my BMW was. Extremely nice. It has a subwoofer in the back trunk. It's completely all factory. It's got tweeters up here. It's got tweeters up there. Tweeters there, might be actually speakers there. Speakers down there, speakers in the back, speakers in the back, and then a sub in the, where the spare tire is pretty much. Like a little plastic box that is molded around the spare tire from factories. It's actually pretty cool. It sounds awesome. It sounds amazing. It sounds better than my Monte Carlo, and that has an aftermarket sound system in it. And Audi hasn't really changed the forwards appearance of their cars all that much. Like they're definitely different, but to the untrained eye, they would be like, oh, that's a pretty relatively new car. Hell no, this car is what? This car is 15 years old. And a lot of people are like, damn, they feel like it'd be like a 4-year-old car, 3-year-old car, maybe 5-year-old car at the most. But a 15-year-old car? Holy shit, no. All right, then for number 5, the final reason for me, honestly, this kind of goes hand in hand with the first one, but as you guys may know, this car does have lowering springs on it. It has adjustable coilovers front and rear. The front ones are C's because the guy never put anti-C's on them. Good job, bud. But the rears I did end up cracking free, and I re-anti-C's them. I'll probably end up doing that to the fronts at some point here, but I don't know when exactly, because the rears are at the lowest that they could possibly go. And the fronts have like another 2 inches of travel in them still. So I would hate for it to have a massive rake going on here. I think that'd be, yeah, squats like this. So it had a massive rake to it, and hated it. I hated it because the guy actually had a trailer hitch on it. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing, but this shit, something. All right, guys, this is probably gonna be it for today's video. Apologies for not having a consistent upload schedule at this point. But anyways, guys, that goes for today's video. Again, apologies for being a little bit of a shorter one and maybe a little bit of a lackluster one. But I'm just, you know, trying to keep a decent flow of content here, because if you guys don't know, I also edit my dad's videos on his channel. Go check his channel out. It's Midwest Classics and Customs. We edit videos over there. The shop might look familiar. I wonder why. That's because that's the same shop I work on my car. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't, smack that like and subscribe button, because in the next few weeks here, we're gonna be really ramping up pace, especially on the Trans Am. This thing's gonna be badass once it's done. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see all you guys in the next one.